I'm here talking with Dustin, the first member of the jury of 7 for Big Brother 8. All right, do you know anything that has happened in the house since you left, like who won HOH last night?
I have absolutely no idea what's going on in the house right now. I'm sure it's utter pandemonium for several house guests, and some house guests are cheering with glee.
Well, I can tell you, because you will find out, that Danielle won HOH last night. What are you thinking?
Well, for Dick and Danielle to continue their streak in this house, that's exactly what needed to happen, Danielle. If for the two of them to continue to remain in this house together, for Danielle to win head of household was the best for them. I can't say what she will do with it, but interesting to know.
You were HOH once. How did you like it?
Being head of household is not all that it's cracked up to be, I'll be honest with you. There's a lot of pressure. You create enemies. You have to make deals, and there's a lot of work on all sides to make not only everybody happy, but keep yourself happy as well. And, you know, staying true to your alliance, staying true to the house and the house goals while trying to further yourself in the game at the same time. It's not easy.
Were you the closest to Amber in the house?
Yes.
She was the closest friend that you had?
Yes.
Now, she cries very easily and a lot. How did you deal with all that?
Amber, being the emotional person that she is, began to wear thin on me. But, you know, you can't hate somebody for the fact that they care.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And so it was kind of a mixed bag, but for the most part, I was definitely always there to support her. But at the same time, I was always the one to crack the whip and say, keep your head in the game, because this is a head game. It's not a game you play with your heart. You want to play this game with your head.
What drew the two of you together?
Honestly, it was the very first night. Coming down the stairs was a major feat, and I have to give credit to Jessica, Dick, and myself for being able to do that with such poise.
We should just explain, when you came down the stairs, that was when it was revealed that you were part of the twist this year, where you were forced to live in this house with your quote-unquote enemy, ex-boyfriend Joe. That relationship did not end on a good note.
Nope.
What did you think when you saw him and you saw what you had to deal with?
When it was revealed to me that Joe would be in the house, I reacted exactly how I knew I would react, and that was playing off of his reactions. Joe's
He snubbed you.
A very good character, shall we say.
Why? That's not really who he is?
Well, no, I'm saying that Joe, you know, puts on a show, and he is, you know, very lively. Yes, he's a very lively individual. And so by taking more of the backseat approach, because he was very aggressive in his approach to, you know, trash talk me and to say bad things about me and to sort of set me up to be an evil person, by taking the higher road between the two of us, I feel like it set me apart from him, and I lasted a lot longer than him in the game because of it. You
admitted that you were a little bit greedy in the power veto competition, where you took the $5,000 and the trip to Barbados. Did you even think that might make some of your housemates upset?
Absolutely. I knew going into that power veto that if it was going to be a one where prizes were offered, I would take it, and I had no qualms about it. You know, it was my head of household reign, and I would do with it what I please. And at that point in the game, it didn't matter who went home. I had Kale and Jen on the block, and if either one of them came down and another one went up, it didn't really hurt or affect me as far as my game went. And also at that point, I felt if I don't win this thing, I'm going to walk out with at least something.
Right. And so you're twice as glad now that you made the right move.
I did. You know, there were only a handful of regrets that I have. And
what are they?
You know, honestly, I would say
volunteering to go on the block.
Volunteering to go on the block, number one, and the behavior in which I exhibited over the past week. I was really disappointed in myself by taking the low road and treating Dick and Danielle in the manner in which they wanted me to. I had better expectations of myself and the way that I would handle myself under those situations, and
What do you think of them? Dick and Danielle?
Not too highly.
Why?
And
why her?
Danielle has a very negative attitude in the house, and she chose to, life is all based on choices, and the choices that you make in this game are no different. And she chose to isolate herself with Nick in the first 4 weeks, and once he was out of the game, she chose to isolate herself with her father. And her relationship building skills are poor, and she chose to not utilize the time wisely to make strategic relationships with people, and it was just her negativity in the house has drawn her to the position in which she's in right now.
And Dick?
Dick is a 44-year-old child, and I can't say it enough that excellent job in casting, because I would never find a person like him on the streets and consider him to be even an adult, let alone a parent.
Do you think his behavior is strategy, though?
Absolutely. Dick's strategy is fear, to implement fear, but fear does not beget respect. And Dick lost my respect early on in the game by...
Does it work?
It apparently works with a lot of people, and that's what's sad, is that a lot of people fall for it. And I believe that that is why I went home this week, is because the duo of... the pairing of Dick's fear tactics and Danielle's strong strategic competition is probably what ended me in the house.
Was being in the house and playing the game as hard as you thought it was going to be? Was it what you imagined?
It was not what I imagined. It was much more different. Being in that house and actually living with these people opposed to just seeing them on television, it's much more difficult in the house. But it's also a different experience because there is a whole foundation of relationship built with these people based on body language, facial expression, let alone conversations and, how much you actually enjoy the individual. So there's a lot more to it than you see on the show. I will say that much.
What did you miss most?
Oh, what did I miss most? Windows, trees, and a breeze once in a while. Not even seeing so much as another person's face aside from the 13 house guests got really old.
Well, we have some more true-false fun headlines.
All right.
Since you did so well before, we got to try and stump you here. Okay, true or false? Britney Spears and Justin Timberlake rekindle their romance and go to Vegas for a romantic getaway.
False.
Very good. Christina Aguilera is expecting a child.
True.
Very good. Lindsay Lohan was arrested less than 2 weeks after leaving rehab for DUI and cocaine possession.
False.
True. Sad to say. You got that one wrong. All right, predictions on who is going to make it to the final two.
Oh, who will make it to the final two? Unfortunately, Danielle is a strong player, and I do see her making it far in this game. I'm not sure about the final two. Honestly, I can't tell you who. I hope that Jamaica or Amber makes it into the final two, at least one of the two. But aside from that...
But what are Amber's chances now that you're gone? You were like her...
I'm really hoping that
support.
With me leaving the house, she really just got her head in the game. And that was my focus in getting Nick out in week 4, was to relieve the distractions and really help her focus this game, because she was my alliance in the house from day one. So in the final two, I'm hoping to see either Jamaica and or Amber, and possibly Jessica or Eric.
We'll see. Oh, Eric, so now you're not too sour on him.
He's a very strong player, and I feel like his chances are pretty good in making it that far.
Okay. Dustin, thank you so much.
Thank you again,
I'll see you on finale night.
All right.
To determine the winner.
Thank you.